Good morning, students. Today we are going to start a new chapter in science, that is chapter 5, coal and petroleum. In this chapter we will read about firstly exhaustible and inexhaustible natural resources. We use various materials for our basic needs. Some of them are found in nature and some are made by the human beings. Since the materials which we get from the nature, they are called the natural resources. Here is given a table in which you can classify the materials used by us in daily life into natural and man-made materials. Natural material which we get from the nature, like coal, petroleum, natural gas, all these come under natural material, and man-made are the certain chemicals or fabrics which we are using in our daily life. In this way you can fill this table and you can classify the material into natural and man-made materials. Now we can classify the resources on the basis of their availability. Air, water, soil, forest and minerals are called the natural resources. The man had been using these for a long time. Increasing population forced him to overuse the resources. Can you classify air, water and soil that they can be exhausted by human beings or not? So on the basis of the availability of these resources, we can classify them into two categories. One is inexhaustible natural resources and second one is exhaustible natural resources. Firstly, we will study about inexhaustible natural resources. The resources which are present in an unlimited quantity in nature and are not likely to get exhausted by the human activities are called inexhaustible natural resources. For example, wind, water, sunlight, air, etc. All these are the inexhaustible natural resources. They are available in huge quantity in nature and they cannot be exhausted by the human activities. So they are called inexhaustible natural resources, or you can say renewable natural resources. Second type of natural resources is exhaustible natural resources. The amount of these resources in nature is limited. So the resources which are present in a limited quantity in nature and are likely to be exhausted by the human activities with time are called exhaustible natural resources. Here are given the example of exhaustible natural resources like forest, wildlife, minerals, coal, petroleum, natural gas. All these come under the category of exhaustible natural resources. Here is given an activity in which you have to take some containers. You can fill these containers with some popcorn or peanuts or with some toffees. Now you have to divide students into groups of 7 each. It means you have to make a group of containing 7 students in each group. Further divide this group of 7 students into 3 subgroups. You can call them 1 to A, B, C group. In group A you will put only 1 student. In subgroup B you will put 2 students, and in subgroup C you will put 4 students. You can label them into as first generation, second generation and third generation respectively. These subgroups represent the consumers. As population is growing day by day, so these first, second and third group are having the increasing number of students. In first subgroup you have put only 1 student, in second subgroup you have put 2 students, and in third subgroup you have put 4 students, which are representing the increasing in population. Now you have to put 1 full container for each group on a table. If you are taking toffees, you have to distribute these toffees into these subgroups. Now ask the consumers of the first generation from each group to consume eatables from the container of their group. After that, if some eatables are left, you will ask the second generation of consumers to do the same, and then if still some eatables are left, you will ask the third generation to eat from this container. Now finally observe whether all the consumers of the third generation have got the eatables or not, and also observe that after the third generation anything is left in the container. Assume that the tables in the container represent the total availability of an exhaustible natural resources like coal, petroleum or natural gas. different groups have different consumption pattern. If subgroup A has eaten all the eatables from the container, then subgroup B and C will not have anything to eat. This is the same situation in today's life. If our generation will consume all the exhaustible natural resources, then there will be no coal, petroleum or natural gas for our further generation. So we should use all the exhaustible natural resources wisely. So this activity prove that we should use the exhaustible natural resources in a limited quantity. If we will continue to overuse them, then there will come one time when there will be no exhaustible natural resources available for the next generations. So in this way we can classify the materials into inexhaustible and exhaustible natural resources. I hope you have understood the concept today. Thank you. Have a nice day.